Final Fantasy is finally here. I hope you had an absolutely awesome time if you got a chance to jump over to a pre-release this past weekend. We're starting to get some of our product in. Very, very excited for the set. I was able to go to pre-release myself this weekend. Had a blast. Went undefeated. No big deal. Won a few packs, which is really cool. We got a play booster box here. Let's get into it. You know the drill. If you're a fan of the channel, if you're not, welcome. Consider subscribing. We're gonna crack some Final Fantasy stuff. We'll do some fun stuff here. I got another play booster on the way. I think you know what we might do with that. If you don't, well, stick around. Maybe you'll find out. We did get our heralded horn. I don't remember. For getting this at our LGS. So really excited. The set, super cool. Big fan of Final Fantasy myself. We've got some play boosties. We're going to zoom in and let's get to the goodies here. What are we hoping for? Well, honestly, being the first outside of the pre-release pack that we got, we don't need a whole lot. Some fun stuff. Let's see some cool cards. We'll probably slow roll this just a little bit. Look at all the chocobos. Look at the Moogles. Very excited. These summon cards have been absolutely awesome. Probably by the time you're seeing this, hopefully we are recording this on pre-release weekend, but hopefully we've jumped into at least one or two events on MTG Arena. Oh, Restoration Magic. This is really cool. The art. They did a fantastic job with the art on the set. Side quest, raise a chocobo. You're looking for the black chocobo. There it is. Super cool. Gosh, I love it. I love it. All right, our first rare, Robin. I don't know. I did not play Final Fantasy 14, so I don't know. That looks pretty cool. First little rare action. The Crystals Chosen. Little foil action there. That's neat. Try to keep our foil separated. Ooh, look at that. Nice foil land in the first pack here. So my understanding is there is a land from each of the Final Fantasies, which is really cool. This one's from Final Fantasy 1. The art is so good. You got the group traveling through. I have no idea. I didn't play Final Fantasy 1. And they got a little bird token and a little wizard token. These were super helpful. The chocobos. So cool. We are looking, if we are going to get lucky here, the best hits we could probably find are most likely going to be the Through the Ages bonus sheet. Rhystic Study, Ancient Copper Dragon, Atraxa, which is also Sephiroth, which is really cool. Magic Damper, we got the cat. Ifrit. World Map, which I actually have come to enjoy. It was pretty good for me at pre-release. Look at this. Saz's Chocobo is so cute. Just a little guy. Another summon. I really do like the summons. The saga creatures were pretty cool. Circle of Power. Side quest card collection. We got something decent here. Oh, okay. This is the woodblock art, I believe, is what these are called. It's a little bit of a rarer, I should say, art treatment. This is Balthier and Fran. Final Fantasy 12, I believe. Very cool. This looks really neat. I like the art style on this. That's cool. That is cool. Nice. A Elder. Foily Elder here. Oh, and a little town action. I haven't seen this one. Insomnia Crown City. That's cool. A little art action. Some art cards. Very neat. Yeah, I like the set. I think it's cool. I didn't play all of the Final Fantasies. I played a few of them. Barbarrel. Bard's Bow, pretty good. It's Turret 2. Take 59 flights of stairs. Which option did you pick? Did you take the stairs? Here we go. Okay, here's our first Through the Ages bonus sheets. This is a pretty good one. Fatal Push. If you're not too familiar, so with these, the rarity is denoted at the bottom. These are uncommon, rare, and mythic rare. Obviously, the number, and then this on every card has the Final Fantasy set. If you want to take a look at that, this is really cool. Fatal Push, that's a neat one. That is a good art for it too. They did a good job with these. Got Titus, little Blitzball star action. Phantom Train. Little ring. Add 2 for 4, pay a life, tap target, non-land permanent. That's kind of interesting. And the Regalia. I actually got this in my pre-release pack. Didn't play it. Ooh, little double rare action. Saz. He's got his Chocobo here too. You can search your library for a bird or basic land card, reveal, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Whenever attacks, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature, the double the number of 1/1 counters on that creature. That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. That's cool. Little foil town greeter. And a full art Swampy and a hero. Okay. Yeah, so there's some really good, but the Through the Ages bonus sheet, we covered it in a previous video, kind of talked about it. There's a lot of cards in it. It's pretty big. The hope here is we can hit at least a couple of the mythic rares. T-Rexar, really good. Some Moogles. Suplex. This trader actually I ended up running and seemed to be pretty good too. Being able to get a treasure token out of it. You can then use it to surveil if you want to do any graveyard shenanigans. Final act. Pixie. How about we catch a fish and we can flip it? Cooking campsite. The Moogle Merchant. Look at this little guy. Lifelink and 1/2. Target opponent gains control. Target preview control. If they do, draw a card. That's cool. Nice. Yo, this art is sick. This is cool. In foil, nonetheless. This is neat. The Masamune. 3 legendary artifact equipment. Whenever a quick creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked. It has, if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger that ability, triggers an additional time. That is so sick. What a good foil hit. That is cool. We're putting that over there. Little town action. Ooh. Look at that. We're arting it up. That's cool. I wanted that, actually. I do want a Buster Sword. I do want Cloud. So there's a couple other good hits that we'd like to see, but that's cool. Big Final Fantasy VII fan, so. You're Not Alone. Actually seems to be a pretty good combat trick. We'll see, though. Nice Lance. Ultros. Colossal Behemoth. Ooh, Yuna, our first mythic. Nice hit here. Enchantment. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control trample, lifelink, and ward 2. You every hand step, return one target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Really good. She is really good. That is cool. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy X as well, so. Resentful Revelation. That little foily action. Ooh, and a foily town. These towns are cool. I really like the arts on the towns. It's a bird. That's some good. There's some good hits so far. I'm liking this. I've seen some play booster boxes to be pretty awesome. So, Immune with Beavers. The Ice Flan. Look at that. Chocomog. This card is pretty sick too if you're the equipment. Iron Giant. How about a Bolas's Citadel for a rare? That's pretty decent. That is a pretty decent Through the Ages hit. Very nice. That is cool. Wow. That is neat. Nice hit. Chocobo Racetrack. They found a way to fit in a couple of black chocobos in here. Specifically this one winning it looks like. The Treppy. Very good. Ash and Summon Anima. These are cool. Look at that. Wow. They did the full art sagas in Tarkir Dragonstorm, and they were awesome. And no disagreement. This is a really neat one. Wow, that is cool. And how about Choco Seeker of Paradise? Another good hit. Another good hit. That is cool. We'll put that down there. How about a little combat tutorial? Oh, a little double, some more double foiling action. Very neat. All right, cool. I'm really liking this, if you can't tell. Let's Ball. It's one of my favorite games. There's a Sid. We're gonna keep an eye on these and see how many we end up getting. Timeless Artificer. This one is from Final Fantasy VIII, I think. That is cool. So there's many of these. Ooh, our first. Adventure Town. You may sacrifice an artifact creature if you do draw 2 cards. These I think are going to be pretty interesting. I'm curious to see how these do. These are neat. How about a foily? Lunatic Pandora. Look at that. That's cool. Full art swamp. Look at that swamp. It's awesome. And a hero. Yeah, I'm curious to see how the towns are gonna do. Coming in tapped is interesting, but I think they got some pretty cool abilities. It's this limit break. Here's the inn. Sleep magic. Hey, Cactuar. Very cool. Such good flavor on some of these. This being one of them. Garnet. A pretty good limited card. Hey, and our first crystal here. The Earth Crystal. How is this one? If one or more 1/1 counters be put, twice that many, and then you can distribute 2. That's not bad. That's not bad. I could see this in the right deck. I could see this being pretty decent. What do we got here? How about a Lightning Army of 1 full art? Wow. I will take that as a good mythic hit. First strike, trample, lifelink with stagger. Whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player, until your next turn, if source will deal damage to that player or permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead. Cool part about this being first strike, so even the combat damage for the non-first striking creatures that you attack with will also do that as long as this gets through. That is really cool, and that is a neat art for this as well. Little foily circle of power. Nice. And a town. And a hero. All right. Taking our time with this one. We'll move through these a little bit faster. Blazing Bomb. Yay, another one. Nature's Claim. This is cool. That is neat. Final Fantasy VI. I like this a lot. I really do. That's cool. That is cool. Sandworm. Demon Wall. Look at that thing. Holy moly. Ooh. Shiva. Little summon action. Stunning things. That makes a lot of sense. Ooh, and Vanilla? Whatever. We got the top. We got the top. Look at how crazy that is. Insane. How about a little Vincent Valentine? He's cool. Oily Iron Giant. And the airship. And this guy. Alright, first third of the box. Pretty good. Lightning. Yuna. Some good hits. Good hits. Gigantitoad. Fight on. Travel the Overworld. That's cool. Town Synergies. Inspiration. Overkill. I love this card. I think this is awesome. Minus 99.99. Ooh, a Sin. That's neat. We got this in our pre-release. It's pretty cool. Whoa. Okay, a little showcase, I think. This is neat. Xenos is pretty cool. Flips to the back. This looks awesome. The regular art, I got this also in my pre-release kit. The regular art in the front does it's cool. It's neat. The back of this though is awesome. That's cool. These look good. I like these. I know some people are talking about how you can't really see the numbers in the back. Whatever. That's my opinion on that. Whatever. Moogle. Good first third of the box. Let's see. Can we keep it up? Warrior Sword. Chocobo Kick. I like this card. Black Cole. Pretty good. Barrett Wallace. Pretty good. There's the regular summon. Anima. This looks good too. The full art was way better though. Side quest, play Blitzball. Very neat. Turns into World Champion Celestial Weapon with +2/+0 and double strike. And how about summon Primal Odin? Look at that. That is cool. And a Foily Rex. Oh, that's freaky. Look at that. Cool art cards. I'm liking, I mean, tokens. I like the set. Again, flavor-wise. This pack has something good in it, apparently, because I cannot open it. That's usually what happens, right? That's how that works. Undercity Dire Rat. Look at the rat. Chocobo Kick. The infantry. Oh, look at the little scout. So cute. Battle menu. I love this card. I really love this card. Like a lot. Thief's Knife. Whoa. We're getting some good mythics here, I feel like. Kefka, Court Mage is another good one. When it enters attacks, each player discards a card, then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. Pay 8. Each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. You transform it, and it flips into Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. Flying, and whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. Very insane. Really good. A Foily Airship here. And a Forest. And a Hero. The Beavers. Cornered by Black Mages. This thing looks sick. Look at that. Call the Mountain. Chocobo, little green Chocobo action. There's our Scout again. Omega. Tifa's Limit Break. Very cool. Crystal Fragments. Alright, another town. Ishgard, the Holy See. This returns up to 2 artifact or enchantment cards from graveyard to your hand. That's pretty good for 5. Not crazy. Ooh, Foily Limit Break. That's neat. And a town. And red. Look at old red. Jumping off the page there. The card, rather. Ooh. The Gardener, the Chocobos, the Blitzball, the Brainstorm. This is a neat one. I wanted this. This is cool. Look at that. I like the art on this. That's neat. And again, in a limited environment, you're going to be able to play this, which is also pretty cool if you ended up pulling it. Air Unit. Lionheart. Pretty good equipment. Great Sword. And the Darkness Crystal. All right, seeing a few of the crystals. Foily Clash. And the Plains. What's that one? That's from Final Fantasy VII, Seventh Heaven. It's out of here. All right. Chocomog. Ooh. Tonberry. Zidane. Schemes. Emperor. Ooh, Moogle's Valor. Look at these little guys. How good is that? Then creatures you control gain indestructible. Foily Emperor. Gotta find a way to make them indestructible. Cacti's. Fat Chocobo. Get him in there. So good. Ace Magic. Capital City. That's a cool one. Cycling Land. Ooh. Summon Cerebus. That's neat. And Jill. Jill flips. What does Jill flip into? Shiva, the Warden of Ice. These are cool because they return back. That's pretty neat. Oily Hectize. All right. Just about finished up with the middle third of the box. Focus here. Focus for me. Got something cool. Look at this little dwarven guy. Look at him. Look at that mustachio he's got. Ooh. I had this at pre-release too. Angara, the Diplomat. Very good. Really good and limited. Can't get rid of this thing. Really shut some stuff down. There's Zach. There's an Esper. There's an Elixir. Water Crystal. I think we're close. Which one are we missing? The red one? And the white one? Red and white, maybe? This one could be interesting. Milling cards. Everybody likes to do that. I like to mill cards. Cards for you. Water Crystal. Very cool. Shinra reinforcements. These guys are sweet. That's cool. Ice Magic. Thunder Magic. Yes. Okay. This isn't, again, this and Brainstorm were the two. Cool to grab a Lightning Bolt. Very neat. Super playable card. Also, I just love the art on this. So cool. That is awesome. I'm really stoked to hit that, actually. They did it. They did such a good job. Eden, Seat of the Sanctum. Temechia. Golbez. Interesting. And a Foily Zidane. Nice. I'm actually super pumped for that Lightning Bolt. The hits on those seem to be pretty good. It's supposed to be in one in every about 3 play boosters or so. At least the rate would say so. Let's ball shots. It's kind of interesting. Double Laughing Mad. I'm going to see how many cards are in this pack. That seems a little weird. How about Primal Odin? Full art action. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, it's right. That's just weird that was flipped and it was a double of the card that we got right behind it. Primal Odin, cool. Full art, suplex, cool. Foil. Foil Wastes. Whoa, I didn't realize Waste was in here. Yo, that's sick. That's really cool. I did not know they printed Wastes as part of the land cycle. All right, last pack of the middle third. A Realm Reborn. Yes, look at this, Bob. So good. So good. I really like this Dark Confidant. It is really cool looking. Good art for that. Very neat. Some mythic. We'll put that down there, although I don't expect it to be of great value. Old Bob. All right. Clean up here just a little bit. It'll get straightened up. All right, last third. Thanks for hanging with me. Sorry we're taking our time here, enjoying this. Suplex. Whoa, all over the place. Got something else. Wow, we hit a good one. We hit a good one. Ranger Captain of Eos. Hello, please. Yes. Yo, this is sick. That is a good hit. That is a really good hit in this. This is going to make play booster boxes interesting, I think. You can spike some good stuff here in that sheet, which you can. Be very interesting. Tella, Great Sage. Oily White Mage's Staff. Forest. And a Chocobo Birdie. That's a good way to start this last third of the box, I would say. Ranger Captain of Eos. That is up there. That is a good one. I'm pretty stoked about that. Not gonna lie. Summon that Chocobo. I love the full art of this. So good. There he is. Show the back. See? Not as cool. Not nearly as cool as the full art version. Dreams. Airship. Aw. Little profile pic. Alright. What else can we hit? Good box so far. I'd like to see Cloud. I'd like to see a Buster Sword. We'll see if we can see both. Black Waltz number 3. Evil Reawaken. Catch a Fish. Jador. How about we mill after library? Rounded down. Ether. Whoa, this looks sick in foil. Cool. Good flavor on that card. Mythics, I feel like we've done pretty good. The Ranger Captain is a mythic hit. Lab Maniac, look at that. Yo, that's cool. Lab Maniac. Back in the wild. Eject. Memories returning. Interesting. Ooh. Foily Saz. Alright, getting down there. Cloud of Darkness. There's a Balthier and Fran again. Woodblock art treatment. Hey, look at foil Cactar. And a regular wastes. Very nice. Couple packs left. Alright, Cloud. Alright, Buster Sword. Alright, Sephiroth, where are you at? There's his intervention. Rufus. Inspiration. Hey, a starting town. That's neat. I'm curious to see how this land's gonna do. It's pretty cool. Cornered by black mages. A town and a token. The bomb. He's a blazing bomb. Fight on. Chocobo's gets their greens. He certainly is the king of dwarves. Poison the waters. Side quest. Ooh, that's cool. I think this is another woodblock art here. Tella, the Great Sage. That's cool. Eating them greens. Town. Hero token. 3 packs to go. What a good set. A lot of fun. Having a lot of fun with this. Look forward to opening some more here, so stay tuned to the channel. We're going to be doing some other stuff. Red Shupif. There is another Masamune. Wow. Got the foil one and a non-foil one. Got a foil one of these. Got an island. Got a token. Or art card, rather. Is that Sin, I think? Is that right? Is that what I'm looking at? Is that what I don't know. I don't know. He freaked. Oral Sword. Judge. Raising a Chocobo. Knights of Round. This card is so sick. A little mythic hit here, right near the end. That's cool. Foily. The Foily. And a hero. Alright, last pack magic here. How do we finish up? Pretty good box overall, I would say. Happy with the Ranger Captain Eos. That is cool. Happy with a couple of the other pulls. Yuna, Lightning, old Bob. Pretty cool. We got something else. How about a Farseek? Yes, very cool. I like the art on this too. Neat. Take a look at those again. Fire Magic. And Gilgamesh. Master at Arms, he is. Oral Sword. And 8 down to finish us off. All right, take a quick look. Just one Sid. I'm hoping I didn't move past too many of them. Just speed it up a little bit. We'll take one more quick shot at the rares here. Decent stuff inside of this for sure. I like the full arts. A couple of the crystals. A couple of the lands. That's cool. A couple of the cities, towns rather. A woodblock art. Neat. Take a look. These are some of the hitties. Got the summon. Got old Bob. Kefka. The old Lightning. Choco. And Yuna. And then, of course, I guess, technically, we got this in here as well. Happy about that one. That's pretty cool. Then finishing it up here. Taking a look at our Through the Ages Ranger Captain Eos. Very, very neat. Really like the Lightning Bolt. Angara cool. Brainstorm. Nature's Claim. Citadel. Final push. That'll wrap us up. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks so much for sticking with me, checking this out. Really fun. We'll have more openings here and lots more MTG Arena action coming to you. So be sure to stay tuned. We're going to do some fun stuff here. Like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing. Check out all the links in the description. Check out our playlists, all that good stuff. We'd love to have you around the channel. And we'll be sure to catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.